Well, well, well. It's just only a few days ago it seemed all doom and gloom, and then guess what? We are back, baby! What is going on, guys? I do not know what the heck happened, but that just shows you how fast things can turn around, it seems like, when it comes to FGC news. A single day after my last video went live talking about the 2XKO news, we got a bunch of stuff announced, and holy crap did we get so much info dropped for so many things coming up. So let us get started with what happened on the first day, and that is the fact that Dead or Alive is alive? I haven't heard that name for a while, and yet here we are. Freaking, they announced Dead or Alive 6 Last Round, which is basically going to end up being the definitive version of the most recent Dead or Alive game. That's going to include new DLC on top of that. And then to go along with that, the next chapter, so the potential teaser there for Dead or Alive 7. Yeah, not on my bingo card for the state of play announcements. That's for sure. I don't have much background when it comes to Dead or Alive, but based on reaction, shot the hell out of everyone too, and it seems like there's a lot of excitement going around for that game. Besides that, of course, during the same state of play that we were all hoping to get something from, because when the hell was the last time we got any news on freaking Marvel Tokon, right? When is it coming out this year? When the hell's the next characters? Well, guess what? We got not one, we got not two, instead we got 3 new characters announced that are going to be playable for Marvel Tokon. And it seems like we are going to be getting them an announcement in groups for teams, because this time we're bringing on the X-Men. That's right, they announced 3 characters: Magic, Danger, and of course we couldn't have a Marvel game without Wolverine. Magic looking to be a character with a big-ass sword and teleports through portals. Danger is a living weapon, seems to be changing her body into weapons, and has been called a trap zoner, but appears to have Jetta and Eno Morrigan's air dash, but she looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, she's probably the one I'm most excited for of the trio. And of course Wolverine, but Wolverine's getting a bit of a change up from his more recent showing in Marvel 3. Still swinging his claws a lot, but he's actually being turned into a tank shredder, so kind of similar to Marvel Rivals, where his swings are actually being given armor. So that should be interesting. Kind of a different look for Wolverine, which is usually been known as just being quick and going for all the mix-ups. He might be a bit more straightforward now. It might just straight up be a tank. So not only did we get that announcement, they appear to be listening and changing the feedback, because in the short videos we were able to see of their gameplay, we saw not only mid-combo an assist being used. That's not the generic lariat combo assist that we saw before. We saw actual neutral assists, but we also saw grounded assists being used in the air as well as in block strings. So we're going to actually be able to use the assists that we want to use in combos and neutrals and block strings. It's not just going to be auto locked into, oh, you're in the air, must be air assist. Oh, you're in the combo, or you're doing a block string, must be the lariat assist. We're going to get actual lariats to do actual setups. But not only that, we got a freaking release date, and that's going to be August 6th. For those of you guys who travel to tournaments and are going to be looking to go to CEO, it sounds like Jabali is already planning on having Marvel Tokon as a playable game. So for those of you guys who are excited for that and are going to CEO, I will see you there. And that's still not all. For February 12th. Pretty good birthday present for me, all of this fighting game news. We got Avatar news as well. We got the trailer for the next character. Of course, we know 3 more, we know 2 more besides this one, but we saw gameplay for Toph. And besides getting gameplay for Toph, and she's got all of her armor attacks, and creates Crusader's Pillar or Crusader's Wall, which I'm sure I'm not going to have PTSD from or anything from my short time in DNF Duel. And we also just got the announcement for the next playtest. For those guys who want to get into the playtest, signups will close on February 20th, and the playtest will go from February 27th through March 1st. And for those guys who are not in the Americas, well, guess what? This playtest is global. It is still a closed playtest, so you're still going to have to sign up and hope to get in. But unlike the last one, this one is global. And if the game stays anywhere near as fun as it was last time, I would definitely recommend signing up. This game is a blast, and I highly would recommend giving it attempting to get into the play tests, and who knows, maybe we'll run into each other. The next day, and to be fair, this might be because of the leak, as there always seems to be with new champions with 2XKO, but a screenshot was going around revealing a screenshot that revealed a new playable character as well as a new stage. The new champion, of course, being Akali, being shown in the screenshot as a playable character, and on a stage that is heavily connected to the likes of Lucian and Senna. So whether or not the news was going to release that day, whether or not the news was going to include the new champions, who knows? But it seems like for once again, the new champions keep getting leaked. So they just straight up came out and said, hey, guess what? The next champion will be Akali, and the champion after that will be Senna. To go along with those announcements, they did give us quick 7-second or so clips of both champions. Akali is basically, for the most part, what you'd expect. She is just straight up a ninja character. She's fast as hell. She dashes like crazy. She's got a teleport, both an air one and a grounded one, as well as an aerial spin attack. She seems like she's going to be the fastest character in the game, and I am all for it. As for Senna, I said this a few times. I still stand by it. I thought if they picked someone like Senna, right? So I was like, if they pick a Miss Fortune, a Senna, a Varus, a Ashe. If they give us any gun character for the next couple of releases, I was like, everyone is going to throw a fit. Everyone's going to hate it. It's going to be freaking light the torches, grab the pitchforks. I have seen still some of that. All right, some of that is still going around, but I've changed my tune quite a bit seeing these clips because Senna is right. So yes, she is a character with a gun, and she is a character with a big ass gun. But besides that though, she's going to be the first, and I cannot believe I'm saying this for Senna. Senna is going to be the first transforming base character in 2XKO. She has both her regular form as well as a wraith form. The regular form, or I guess the base form or whatever it's going to end up being called, is going to be a Zoner-esque character using giant normals as well as her gun to shoot people and blast them, and then when they hit them, they seem to drop souls. She seems to gather them by hitting enemy champions, and although we don't know exactly how it works from the short clip, it seems to be that when she gathers enough, she will either A, just straight up transform into the wraith form, which I hope that's not how it works, and more ideally how I hope it's going to work is that when she gathers enough, or maybe she's just going to have a bar that she can fill up, and then she can, at will, change back and forth between the two to be able to transform between like basically a Zoner form and then the rush down wraith form. Honestly, really cool. And I can only imagine the combo potential that could come from being able to transform between the two forms at will, because in the 7-second clip alone, we saw her mid-combo gather a pair of souls and then transform to then extend and finish the combo. Again, I wanted Irelia, all right? I want Zed, I want Samir, all right? So I was like, trust me, I get it, but the possibilities for this could be really cool, so I will let it pass. And to go along with that as well, they did drop a update on what is going on for them. They talked about how their focus is going to be primarily towards core gameplay as well as duos. They're planning on adding more ways to help with the community and with local TOs, adding exclusive in-game content. That being said, though, there are a few things that they've been hearing a lot from us, and that they're going to be changing. one of which is ranked. They said we're keeping an eye on the edge cases that affect finding fair matches in the rank system. A big one that people were talking about, especially for console, is screen tearing. We've seen the conversation among console players about screen tearing while in-game, and we're working on updates to address this in the future. And the big one for people like myself, as well as literally everybody who has freaking played online at any point in this game's existence, Yasuo and Echo. These two characters are some of the sauciest in the roster, but we also see that their weaknesses aren't apparent enough. Yeah, it's almost like they don't exist at all at the highest level of play. So what that sounds like? Nerfs! Again! Will these ones matter? Probably not! Am I still going to hope and pray that it actually will? Yes! Enough of these two, and I think just about everyone has had enough of either hearing, seeing, or talking about these two for at least the next little while. That's just how quick things can turn around when it comes to the FGC and their games. Marvel Tokon, the last beta test. Game is dead. This game is terrible. It's dead on arrival. Game's not hype. Fast forward to February 12th. This game is amazing. They're listening to us. This is so hype. We have a release date. I can't wait. And I kept saying at that time that people need to slow down, because it's the same thing with 2XKO. Alpha 2 was terrible. Everyone hated it. Game's dead on arrival. The next time they got a chance to play the game, it's amazing. We're happy. As for the 2XKO news, it sounds like they have absolutely no plans on this game going anywhere, anytime soon. The next two both look very interesting, and my prediction still is that we're going to be getting a call release sometime in March, and I cannot wait for that. I get to play the Avatar fighting game again at the end of February. And like I said, I got to play the first alpha test for that one, and that game is a blast. Can't wait for that. But there's just a lot of good news. I hope you guys are at least half as hype as I am about all these announcements. Let me know down below what you guys think. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let us get excited for the fact that we are safe to say it is once again time to be absolutely hyped as hell for one crazy year of fighting games.